Hello and welcome to the seventh episode of the Geordie Brothers podcast with me, Jordan Hunter, and my brother Daniel Hunter.
Hello.
So we're just going to jump straight into checking in with what we've been doing or where we're at mentally. Um,
hmm
so how are you feeling, Daniel? So you've had a week, but we left last time. You were just starting a week and a bit where you're going to be at mum's by yourself again with the dog Marley.
Yeah.
How have you found the experience? Just talk us through sort of your mental state throughout as much as you want to sort of divulge.
Yeah, I just had to stay at my mum's for a week. But she's been on holiday just to look after the dog. Um, so yeah, it was tough in parts because obviously I just reverted back to when I used to live in the flat on my own, and I just drunk far too much. And so I'll be honest, I did. There were some nights where I did drink too much again. I went back on the hard stuff, um,
That's when it's bad, isn't it? When
which
you go
is
on the vodka.
yeah. I mean, it's not like I'd done anything stupid because of it. Like, I think I was all right, but obviously it's just drinking too much, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it's yeah.
um,
I mean, it's good that nothing happened, but something in another sort of time, something could have happened if you weren't like
yeah,
in a better mental position. Something could have happened, but you sort of you sort of gone through it enough times now. Do you feel like you're able to control it a little bit more? That it like something daft didn't happen. You had some control on it.
yeah, yeah. In the past, I'd get a bottle and I'd drink like most of it. I'd just keep drinking until I passed out really. Whereas now, like I'd only have like to drink till like a certain time. Then because I was at work, I knew I need to stop and go to sleep. So I wouldn't keep going and going like it till like the small
Mm.
hours.
So you've got that in you, haven't you? It's just when you're off work and
hmm
you've got that in your brain, that's when
Off work.
you would just go mental, wouldn't you? You would just go reckless. It's
Yeah, yeah. But
it's. I'm the same thing. Spoke about it in the past, being reckless and having a irresponsibility. It's irresponsible, isn't it? And I have it
oh
irresponsible.
yeah, yeah.
I'm irresponsible in a different way. You're irresponsible. It's irresponsibility with alcohol that we need to just sort of work on. And but you've got it to a good extent where you can sort of go to work, but obviously when you're not at work, that's when their responsibility. There's no reason to be responsible that you have done in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
especially s- yeah, especially when I'm just like on my own, like I was last week. When I'm here with at Clays, I've got like other responsibilities to if I drink too much, I'm like hurting her as well. But if I'm just on my own, it's just me
yeah,
that I'm hurting really.
I think
So
it's just I think what needs to be done is I've probably told you this 1,000 times before. I've told myself this as well. Is just trying to do things in life for yourself first and trying to work on being responsible for yourself. So at the moment, you're responsible for other people, but over time, given like I'm not saying like in the next few months or even years, like a long period of time, you need to procure the responsibility, the sort of self-image for yourself to be responsible for yourself. to give yourself self-respect. So the reason why you're being responsible is for you yourself. So when that happens, you don't you won't find yourself in a place where when you're by yourself you just go completely to pot. When you're by
mm,
yourself, you're all right, and so people don't have to worry about you being by yourself. And so that's the aim, isn't it? I suppose.
yeah. Well, it's just self-destruction, really.
Yeah, no. And I've
It's
done that a
just
lot as
like
well. Yeah. And people worry
you
about
you
me when I
know,
go out.
yeah. All right. Anyway,
But you have to talk about these things, Daniel. It's just no point
oh no, yeah,
saying about
you've
the
got
book.
to,
I know it's serious and all that.
yeah.
It's good to look back on and sort of like, right, what's happened there? Why did I do this? I did that well, but it's good to take the opportunity to talk about it. So you got through the week. Can you just sort of
Mm,
can you just maybe sort of talk us through your sort of thought process in you're getting home, you're by yourself. There's it this might be a bit like personal, but like what are you thinking with the I need to get a bottle of vodka. I need to drink it to get what's is it to get
uh,
is it to get through the night? Is it to just feel good? What is it specifically?
it's well, I think it's just to pass the time quicker. But it is just going to sound weird, but sometimes like I don't know if I go into like a sort of another state, but like I'll get back from the shop with the bottle and I'll look down and I'll go, fuck, I've done it again. What am I doing?
Wow.
Like it's like I don't like sort of don't really realize what I'm doing it at the time. It might
Do
sound
you know
stupid
what?
that, but like
No, Daniel, honestly, do you know what? That rings bells for me,
uh,
because in a different way, when I've went out, before I've went out, I thought, right, I'm just gonna really take it easy here. I'm just gonna have a couple of drinks. Really, I've got the time.
mhm.
I'm gonna take myself home, and then something comes over you, and before you know it, you're not really cognizant, and so before you know it, you're like pissed, and you're trying to get a taxi home at 5 a.m. It's like a sort of
Mhm.
I do get what you mean. It seems like you're not in control, and then you really
Yeah, like
then you then almost you're sort of like, oh, I've did that without even thinking about it, sort of thing.
I don't know if it's just like a force of habit. Like yeah, it's like your subconscious taking over, and you like, and then you come out of it and you realize what the fuck have I done that again for? Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
uh,
Aye.
it's hard to explain, but I mean, I don't know why I can't just like have a few cans because like obviously vodka's expensive, and that's why I'm bloody skint all the time. So it's
But
just
there's
stupid,
something
but
about the vodka that gives you the the
well, obviously
feeling.
it just gets you pissed quicker, you know.
And
Uh,
yeah, and but you feel like you know
mm.
you're all right. You didn't sort of you looked after Marley and you went to your job, and that was
Oh,
good. And
yeah, I was.
what do you do? Just listen to music or just watch stuff?
I'll just listen to music or watch something on the telly, and but I mean, I think I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now, like, but I'm just knackered by like 9 o'clock anyway. So I don't, I never have much really.
Yeah, the thing is with you, Daniel, you see, I feel I've got a lot of belief about you. I feel like you're not as bad because God, it could be 100 times worse. But it's just about like still working on stuff, and I'm just trying to be like not too hard on yourself at the same time. It's one of those things, isn't it? But like
Mm.
loads of people suffering from alcoholism, they're just totally wasting their lives away, and they're not going about their job and doing their stuff. So yeah. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I had a quite a good week mentally. To be honest, I had a quite a good week.
Oh,
Yeah, last week I was quite busy. I was like an extra on this new Amazon Prime series with
oh.
I was dressed up as a police officer with all the get up, and I was featured in a scene with Sansa Stark. Do you know you haven't watched
Mm.
Game of Thrones, have you?
I've never watched Game of Thrones yet. No.
But that
But
was that.
that sounds good, like.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was good just to be around it and be around like some people, like a couple actors who are proper,
mm.
proper actors that are on like major streaming channels and stuff, and so it was a bit of a long.
That's how you learn.
It was a bit of a long one. I was there. I was tasked with the really fucking complicated job of just walking out so that the DCI or something comes in, opens the door and says, and I'm like talking to a detective, and I'm giving him like the lowdown. I'm in my like police uniform, like high vis, whatever. I'm just mouthing like
All right.
that to him, and then the bloke opens the door and he can say, can we have the room, guys?" And we just have to leave. So we're on camera for a bit,
Mm.
and Sansa Stark and the DCI come walking in, and they do a talking, and I just like I couldn't even do that properly. Like they said, "Oh, can next time can you not walk as if you've just been told off by a teacher?" Apparently, I was like
All right.
walked off like okay.
I thought you were going to say next time, don't walk off like you've shit yourself. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Uh, uh, no, I was.
So, what do you know when that's coming out then?
I have no idea. No,
Uh,
but I'm supposed. I think I might be doing like a couple more days, but you just never know. Like they give you like 1 day's notice in this game, so you just don't. You just don't.
all right.
So I had that. I also had an audition, fucking about time for an actual like BBC sitcom, which
All right.
it's like a new sitcom. So my agent came round to do that with me, which was a good feeling just to have an actual audition for an actual TV show instead of like these fucking commercials and stuff like that.
Uh,
So that was something anyway, and then I went to a comedy club on Friday night and had a good time. So it was all good on my
oh, good.
side. I didn't get too pissed or anything like
Oh,
that.
so that sounds good. That sounds good.
Mhm. Um, but I tell you what, I did watch. I told this might be on my little things that get on my tits. Um, I watched the
Mm.
Soccer Aid on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch it. I've just seen the highlights of it. It's not interesting anymore, is it? Mm.
Oh, I mean, I thought it's quite good seeing A-listers and stuff, and they get some good people on, and like it's good to see likes of Joe Cole, Jack Wilshere, Jermaine Defoe come back and playing a little bit, and yeah, it's all well, and it's good
Yeah.
for a good cause and all that. I think, like, I think some of them, you know, do you know, you get the impression they do get a bit pally and just jobs for the boys sort of thing. But anyway, that's
Uh,
they're still doing it for, and if you're gonna do it, you're gonna have a good time, and they're fulfilling their own dreams of playing football and that. But
mm,
seems
yeah.
like it's a bit more about that. But no, it's you know, and I'm still doing it for you. The thing that got me was just I might be wrong in this. It was just a thing, like when young children get interviewed, right, by the presenters on anything, like any show whatsoever, it just really like I get really uncomfortable because
Oh no, it's cringy, isn't it?
like this 7-year-old girl from like Gateshead, so she was a Geordie, right? And I'm not, she was brilliant. I'm not having to go at her, but she's a 7-year-old girl, right? She won this drawing competition or something, right? She's there, happy as Larry. Comes on, they bring her in, Dermot O'Leary and Alex Scott, and like they ask, it's like, oh, we're gonna ask the child a question now. They go, oh, so are you happy that you won? And Alex Scott puts the mic on her and she goes, yeah, I'm really happy. And like Alex Scott holds the microphone as if she's gonna like say
What?
something else, like a big.
Expand on it.
She's gonna go on a big monologue in how she's exactly feeling with like metaphors and things and fucking. This 7-year-old girl. Of course, you're just gonna go, yeah. She's not.
I know.
And it was just an awkward two
Oh,
seconds where Alex Scott had the mic on this poor little girl's face, and she's like, "What do I say? I don't know what to say." And fucking Alex Scott, man, move on. Ask her another question that she's obviously gonna give her like a word answer to. Oh, and I just found it so crazy.
yeah, I get what you mean there.
And
Oh,
you know, after the interview, Alex Scott went, "Oh," when like the girl went away. She went, "Oh well, she must have been lost for words." Oh, aye, she's a fucking 7-year-old girl. She's not. You can't.
I know.
These footballers at the post-match interviews can't string sentences together. I don't think a 7-year-old girl's gonna go on like a fucking Peter Ustinov,
Uh,
you know, it's fucking monologue trying to express
like,
how she's
I
really
have a
feeling,
dream speech.
writing a fucking drawing a caterpillar and getting winning the drawing prize. Anyway, that was one.
Mm,
That was just like, little kids getting interviewed. I just don't know why they do it so much because it's just, yeah.
I don't know what to expect, man.
And another one was little things that get on your tits is when you lose something. Like
Mm,
just today, right? I thought I thought I had my keys and I didn't have my keys. And I looked at the place where the keys were supposed to be and they weren't there, right? So I
mm.
looked around where the keys might be. They weren't there. I looked at places the keys would never fucking be in a million years. I still looked there. And then I did the whole cycle
In the
again. I looked
fridge.
for the key. Huh?
In the fridge.
In the fridge. I was looking in the bin. I was looking. Why
Uh,
are the keys going to be in the bin? Looking in the bin, fucking getting like your mind starts racing. You think, how could
I know.
these keys possibly not be here? And then you jump to conclusions like, oh, maybe someone stole them or they came out my pocket. I'll have to go up the road and go up and down the roads and retrace my steps. And you're still panicking and you fucking can't find the keys. And you just think, God, they're just an inanimate object
No.
with gravity, and they're somewhere, and they're just somewhere in the earth, on the earth, and they're just not here. And my
It's
world's falling apart
happens.
because they're not here.
That happens to me every day, I reckon. It's just,
And
and most of the time,
it
most of
builds
the time
up.
they're in my hand.
It builds up and builds up, and like I remember this happened to me when I thought I lost my passport, and it was the most awful thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like a few days before the flight, it wasn't in my socks drawer. I always look in my sock drawer. I just remember I was even going to like extremes of bloody. I'm not gonna say this actually. I'm not gonna say it. But
Why?
basically trying to get a new passport, like
Aye.
one of those quick express passports.
Well,
Um,
I've just had to do that this week.
did you?
I've had to because my passport had run out, and we're going to Butlins on Friday, and apparently you need ID just to get in for some reason. Like you need a valid passport or a driver license, and both mine had run out, and I've only and they're only dealt with it this week. So Claire's had to bloody arrange to get an emergency passport, so I had to go the day and get it.
Oh Christ!
Bloody fucking cost a fortune, like
Ah, to do as well, right?
stupid.
But
Aye.
mine wasn't gonna come in time or something, so I had to go. I had to have the extras sort of speedy one that you can only get if in major mitigating circumstances. So
Mm.
I said, oh, my mom's got cancer in America,
What?
and I was like, okay. Oh yeah, she's not got
Oh.
long to live. I have to get over it. That's fucking terrible, isn't it?
Oh well, you've got to do what you've got to do. You know,
And
sort of a white lie, really, in a way.
yeah, I felt bad. I felt bad since like, but I said, all right,
Uh,
okay. All you have to do is give us some evidence so you can just have someone like a text message saying that she's ill and she's not got long left. So I was gonna like text you or something. So text me that mom's not
oh,
long left. And, so, and then I had to I sprinted down to the photo booth to like get the passport photos, and it was all gonna happen.
mm,
And then I was on the phone and I was saying, right, you want to cancel your passport that you want now. I was like, aye, aye, it's definitely not here. It's definitely not here. I've looked everywhere. And she said, right, put the phone. I suggest you put the phone down, go for a walk, and then have a look, and then get back to her. I was like, no, no, it's not gonna happen. It's definitely not here. I said, no, honestly, just do that. Just do it. I was like, right, right, right. So I did that, right, settled down, went for a walk, came back, and a thought just came into my head. Jacket pocket of the jacket that I went to Amsterdam recently in.
uh,
It was a front pocket, and
all right.
I must have came back from Amsterdam, had it zipped up in my front pocket, didn't take it out. I went to the jacket, felt it, and it was in there. Fuck me.
See, uh, I
Honestly,
bet the relief was uh,
I've never felt relief like this. And also like in those like you're bashing I like bashing my head in. Like
uh,
you get that worked up because you think because it's not just that you've lost something. It's that why can't your brain work? Why are you such a
I
fucking
know.
stupid, empty-headed, gormless fucking idiot? Why can't in life? Why can't your brain just fucking work like everyone else's? I think that just comes to the forefront of your mind, and you get such a
Mhm.
get so worked up.
I know. Well, I've lost bank cards, keys, and I've like punched walls, I've fucking kicked doors in, I've done all sorts because I couldn't find them. I just stood your head in.
I've seen you do that as well. Man. It's like, but it happens to anyone, and you get yourself so worked
I
up in
know.
that. It's a frustrating thing because that thing that you need isn't here. It's a particular frustration. But I think a good
Yeah.
technique is like for today when I thought I lost my keys, I just went fuck it. I had a nap and I just sort of convinced myself that I forgot about it. And then I
Mm.
had a cup of coffee, just sitting there, and then I just managed to like remember. Oh, I went to that drawer earlier. Actually, opened the drawer, and they were in the drawer. So
Right.
it's fucking mental. Hey, at that point, I think we're gonna have a break, and then we'll come back.
All right.
Few moments. Welcome back. So, a few bits from me. Getting stuff off me tits. Anything on your end, or have you got?
Getting stuff off your tits.
Uh,
Getting stuff off your tits.
huh?
That's
What I was saying about
stuff that's been on. All right.
been getting on me tits. Has it,
Aye.
anything been hanging from your titties, or do you want to thank?
Apart from sweat. Um,
Do you want to thank our thank your excellency Turkey Al Sheikh for anything in life?
yeah, well, he's still doing a load of good in the world, isn't he? Just making the world a happier place. So, but I did have something that got on me tits, but I've mentioned it in a previous episode about kids just on buses just playing their music loud. I mean, the day coming on the bus, they weren't just playing their music loud. They'd brought a bloody Bluetooth speaker on the bus, and they were blasting bloody Sweet Caroline and shit like that.
Well, at least
And
it's
I mean,
not
there's
not a bad song. You know, it could be worse. Could be like New Monkey or something.
but they were just, I mean, it's the parents I blame, man. The kids think they can just get away with shit like that, and you cannot say no to them. And it's just,
It's fucking shit. Does a bus
uh,
driver do anything? No.
what?
Does a bus driver do anything?
No, I
It's like
mean,
it's like a
no.
lawless land, isn't it? It's like
It is up to the bus driver to say no. It's not up. It shouldn't be up to like us. You know what I mean? But
uh, it's like the lawless
you
west.
know,
It's like a fucking cat. Like
and
called in America with all the cowboys and Indians. Is it called the West? The Wild West.
Wild West. No, it's because you're not allowed to hit your kids these days, so they're just little cunts. So what can you do?
Yeah, there
Bring
should be
back
like
smacking.
there should be like a
My
bus
dad gave me a
enforcer.
smacking, and I turned out alright.
Aye. Well, the times they are changing, I suppose, but
Uh,
I should have like a bus enforcer that could try and like crank down on these little pesky kids that keep on getting on your tits. But I had to do a like conflict training thing for work where
all right.
you just have to get like uh, a few modules and do a quiz at the end to like have a certificate for conflict training. It just reminded
Mm.
me of you on the bus, like because I worry like you're gonna snap one day and just like
I
Daniel's
will one day. Like,
Daniel's being
mm.
arrested. He's killed a little 15-year-old chap. He's got him in a headlock and popped his little head off. Um, but no, just it was just about like when there's conflict, when there's aggression towards you or whatever. The number one thing is always to move away from it, so you're not in danger, and so make sure that you're not going to get hurt in any way.
But
So,
they won't listen if everyone does that, though, will they?
it's like that Inside Number Nine episode that was on recently.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That built to a goose.
Aye. It's a tough one. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, it's just I've had it before as well. Just on the bus, it's the worst feeling ever when you're getting on the bus and all these fucking scholars, all the children sat.
Aye.
Oh, I didn't realize it was 3 p.m. For fuck's sake. Oh, get
Well,
on.
This was like 12:30 in the afternoon, and
I
they were
know,
like,
did they
I
even
mean,
go to school? It's like fucking
I know what
one,
would it do?
two, and like they're on
Fucking
the
hell, man.
buses, and you think, fucking hell, how early did it fucking finish?
I know. It's shite, man.
One day, hopefully,
Anyway,
get off the bus and leave your busing days behind.
anyway, uh, but I just wanted to mention something. I mean, we could put it under the thank you. Take what's his name again?
Take
Turkey
that.
or Chicky or fucking
30 hour shit. 30 hour shit.
aye, Turk or Shake or whatever. Shake or Turk.
I'll take, aye. His
Aye.
Excellency.
Yeah, well, I'd say it. I want to thank him, but it might trivialise it a bit. So I just
Aye.
want to give him a mention. Rob Burrow. He was a rugby league player, great player. Um, he got motor neuron disease, MND, and I mean he suffered with it for years, and he was like so brave and strong. Like he campaigned. Him and his mate Kevin Sinfield, they both just campaigned and raised a load of money for the charity. Like it was amazing. And yeah, he passed away a few weeks ago now, I think it was.
Mm.
So I just want to mention him and how, I mean, what a great bloke he was, man. Like the way he dealt with it, just absolutely amazing.
It's incredible. I haven't yet got round to watching the documentaries and stuff, but what I've heard about him,
Yeah,
what
you've got to watch him.
what his mate did, Kevin Sinfield, and that
Oh, he's brilliant.
on his back
Mm.
and doing the marathon stuff like that.
Aye.
Uh, Mom's friend Sandra, her husband Kevin had uh, muscular dystrophy,
Oh,
and
all right. Well, it's not the same thing, but
not
like
the same thing, but
similar,
you know,
similar. Yeah,
degenerative of the nervous system disease or something. Um,
I know.
he had it. I know a lot about it because I actually sort of took inspiration from his story for a, a pilot that I wrote, and he
All right.
got diagnosed at like 32, and then he managed to stay alive until like 52 or 56.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just like it just slowly, obviously, affects the body to a point where they're just sort of confined to a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible what some people go through and still like, what was it about? He just
Mm-hmm.
he just he kept on going, didn't he? He just had positive mentality.
Uh, yeah, I mean, he was doing like a podcast on BBC Sounds, like right near towards the end. He was still doing it because he had like he had like that machine that reads out what he types, and
Mm.
it was in his own voice. It I don't know how they done it, like, but it read out like what he typed in his own voice, and it was good. But,
That's
it was really good.
something good about AI. That
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
I remember
Wasn't just like a robot voice, like
Stephen Hawking.
who's the Stephen Hawking.
I remember some of the stories that Sandra told us about Kevin, man. Now absolutely funny as fuck. Like even throughout the duress and stress and you know horrible funding that's out there for people like him, and it's just they're
Mm,
stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to get trying to get the help they need to help them get through life.
aye.
You either earn too much or not enough for the insurance stuff and that,
And you've got to modify your whole house and all sorts, and that, haven't you? So,
and the help isn't there. Fucking Tories and whatever.
mm,
But even throughout all that, they just sustain this dark sense of humor and they would just sort of use laughter and humor to get through it all. I remember one story was it was Christmas. It was Christmas time in December, and do you know what advent calendars where you get like a chocolate behind the door?
Yeah, yeah. Aye.
Well, Kevin was like, quite advanced at this stage, so he had no like proper control of his arms or anything like that. So but he was trying to get this chocolate out of the advent calendar. He's trying, and must have been trying for about half an hour. He's fucking trying, he's getting more and more frustrated. And as he was about to he finally got it out, as he was about to put it in his mouth, Sandra just leant over and just fucking took it from him. Oh, stuff like that.
Hey.
There was another one when he was a big Newcastle United fan, and he would have his like
Right.
mobility scooter, and he would ride it, but he would get drunk and just sort of like fucking riding around like Michael Schumacher, just fucking bumping it, crashing into stuff and that. But also his eyelids would sort of be affected as well as you got older. But he still wanted to go to the match, so he would be sitting watching the match in the stands like that.
Oh dear, that's creepy though.
Aye.
Oh,
I don't
nightmare,
think
isn't it?
it's not my story to tell.
Yeah, I've got vague memories of him, like when we used to stop over at the caravan sometimes when we were
Yeah,
kids. And he was always a funny bloke, like,
he was
he
great.
was,
Like a
uh,
dry wit, dry sense of humor, even. And it's
uh,
so inspirational, man. Just like using laughter in no matter how dark it gets, no matter how shit it gets, there's always laughter,
mm-mm.
there's always humor about any situation.
Yeah, that gets,
We should always be able to use humor and laughter in the darkest of situations. That's what it's there for.
definitely.
That's when humor's its most powerful.
I get you through one.
Right, so moving on, have you got anything else? Have you got any sort of lyrics we like or shit?
Um, yeah, well, I mentioned some lyrics. One of my favourite bands is Editors. Uh, been to see them twice now, I think. Once in Newcastle, and then we went down to Bristol to watch them.
Great band.
And they're just consistently brilliant. But one of my favourite songs is called "Smokers Outside the Hospital Doors," and I love this lyric. It's just what he says is he goes, "The saddest thing that I'd ever seen was smokers outside the hospital doors." So it's like saying like you're outside a hospital and you're smoking, like it's like contradicted, what do you call, what's the word? Contradictive.
Yeah, contradicting.
It's it, yeah. So I like that. It's sort of like funny in a way, like sort of like got humor to it, but it's like
Yeah.
meaningful as well.
Aye,
Uh,
exactly. Aye.
so
Yeah. Just that it conjures up an image, doesn't it, of like you see them like smokers outside the hospital, like yeah,
uh,
doing themselves damage whilst trying to get better, and just
yeah,
sort of oh, what's it called? I had a word in my mind, counterintuitive sort of thing,
yeah. That's it. That's it. Mm.
and it's indicative of like of people of the general public, like like George Best,
Mhm.
the new liver, and then being an alcoholic again.
Yeah. What a waste that was. It could have went to someone, more deserving.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
You just wouldn't have fucking ruined that one as well. Yeah.
mhm.
But we'll do as I say, we destruct ourselves, don't we? I think that was said in Terminator 2 or something. Like we we are all
Mhm.
programmed to for self destruction. Um, aye, good one, that one, good one. I haven't got any
Mhm.
saved myself. So yeah, anything coming up in the week? got anything else that you want to mention, Daniel?
No, not I mean, we're just going to Butlins in Skegness on Friday for a few days. It's with Clay's family. They do it every year, I think.
All right.
And I'm being dragged along this thing. And I've got to dress up in fancy dress and that, man. Oh, fuck.
No way.
I've got to dress up as Morrissey because it's like
Oh,
an eight.
God.
It's like an 80s. You've got to dress up as someone from the 80s. So I've got my blouse, you bloody the fake flowers sticking out my
Flowers out your
back
house.
pocket, and uh, that should be fun.
That's great,
I'll
man.
try my best. I'll try my best to look like I'm enjoying myself anyway,
Well, just dance. That
and not
sounds good.
feel like a tit.
Uh, I
I
don't
think I'll
know.
be doing it
You
better than
always get
that.
up and sing Morrissey anyway, don't you, on the karaoke? So you love that.
Aye, aye. It'll
Like
be it'll be good, man. I'm only joking.
you get to live your dream. No, it's great. It's great to see you doing these sort of things, man. So
Aye.
family things. It's great. Uh, is that the first family thing you've done with like them?
No, it was Clay's auntie's birthday last year, and we went to Blackpool for like a few days. So
All
that
right.
was that was kind of alright.
Oh well, that's good. Well, have a great time if you can.
Aye,
Yeah.
I'll try.
And then we've got the
Are
Euros
you?
starting next week.
Oh yeah, cannot wait.
Look forward to that.
S-
Probably going to be a
England are playing on.
in England. Will probably be six.
Aye, it, when you look at it, it's our best chance to win something at the minute. But I'd always find a way of fucking it up, don't I?
Yeah, I
So.
think it's they've been overhyped. I think because we've got like you've seen it's like the amount of injuries and players are out. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
I think it's
And what defense as well? What defense is our weak point in it? We've got brilliant attack and midfield, but I think our defense is gonna.
yeah.
Uh,
And he's left out big characters, big leaders like Maguire and
well,
uh,
Maguire's injured. I think
uh,
that's why he's. But
like just
I don't
in.
know why he hasn't taken. I don't know why he hasn't taken Grealish and Morrison. They're two good
That's
players. I mean, I don't.
what I was thinking. That's
I
what I
know
was.
that their form hasn't been as good this season, both of them, but I think he still should have picked them because when they're good, they're good.
And they'll be
So,
characters
but
around the dressing room, and the players will be affected. They'll miss them, and that might affect.
hmm
We'll wait and see. But it's always a
so,
good vibe around the place when England are in these competitions, and I
hmm
we'll sort of latch on to a little bit of hope, and that'll get
hmm
us through hopefully and give us at least a few good times. Um,
hmm
I think there'll be a lot of goals, so there's nothing better than celebrating when England score. So even if we don't get
Oh
all the
no,
way,
yeah.
we'll have a few good memories along the way anyway. All right, well
hmm
that's the last of the episode 7. Hope you've
All right.
enjoyed it. The the one person that listens to these, which is me, and well, two people, you and me. Um, we enjoyed them, don't we? Listening back.
Yeah, yeah. It's just good to catch up. If anything.
Aye. Right. Take care of yourself, Daniel, and
Right, you too.
aye, and well done for taking care of Molly and all that, and back now,
Aye,
so
well.
you're good.
Aye, right. Aye.
All right. See
Take
you
care of
later.
yourself, right? See
Bye
you later.
bye.
Bye. Bye.